right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host. The new Black.
All right, beautiful people, man. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And eventually, I figure there are going to be some people who want to do what I do. That's what I figure. But it's not for everybody, because clearly some people still sleep. I want you guys to understand the market never sleeps. And a pretty cool thing for me is I'm not on anybody's time but my own. I freed myself from the normal or the average or the mediocre or whatever you want to call it. And so I no longer have to clock in to get money. The world is my clock. So when I get up, when I get ready to move, I move. And it's normally about this time that I do my trading, when it's quiet, when everybody else is sleeping. So at any rate, 1 second, guys. I'm just getting things set up for us to get into this thing right now. All right. So one thing that I do is, first thing I want to do is I want to come in and actually look at what's going on in the market. So the market's down 3%, right? I see the Bitcoin's down to 31 cents. And you notice like how the enthusiasm for Bitcoin has kind of dropped. This is called sentiment. And because the sentiment has kind of dropped or waned, there's been some selling going on, profit taking and stuff like that. It's drowning out all of the weak people, all the people who bought Bitcoin when it was $37,000, $40,000, and then it dropped, and it stayed low for more than 3 days, and so these people are like, they feel like they lost money, they sold, stuff like that's happening. So the enthusiasm, it's kind of waning. And if it wanes on Bitcoin, it wanes across the whole market, the whole crypto market, because Bitcoin is pretty much the most popular coin that people know about. So anyway, so for me, I don't really trade Bitcoin. I look to own it, but I understand that there's way more out there than Bitcoin. So Coinbase only gives you like access to about 30 coins or something like that. Let's see, it's 42 coins now. And I can create a watch list here, but I just come here just to see this part. I just come to just to see what has happened over the past 24 hours. You can change it, over the past hour if you like, to see what's happened over the past hour for all of the assets over the past week. Look, Bitcoin is down 13% over the past week, but normally I'm trading in a 24-hour window. I'm a 24-hour trader as it relates to crypto, as it relates to crypto. So then I, and once I kind of get an idea of how the market has moved since the last time I was in it, well, now I'm gonna come over here and really get into my trading here. So let me take my little avatar down so I can try to make this as big as possible for those that might be watching here this morning. And I know it's going to be few, but I make money when people sleep. 1 second. So what I'm going to do this today is I'm going to look at my orders. So I have orders so you'll see as well. Look at this. My account obviously has dropped with the drop of cryptocurrency over the past 24 hours. But it's actually good because I wanted to see some of the stuff that I put out there to execute, and some of it didn't. So what would execute on a drop would be my buys, what I set up to buy. And there's something that didn't execute. So my buy for GRT did not execute. That's been open for 22 hours. I'm going to go ahead and cancel. I'm going to cancel all of this stuff out because now I got to set up fresh. I'm going to set up fresh. I'm going to keep my sell orders. What I'm looking to do is actually probably buy right now. So I'm gonna cancel all that stuff out so I can set up fresh trades this morning. I'm going to start with my I have so if you were with me yesterday, I told you one of my goals was to actually get rid of all of my BTC, to exchange it out or trade it out for something else. And I wasn't able to complete that yesterday, but I can try to figure out, okay, how much BTC do I have left? So if I were to sell max, I only got about $600, $650, so we can do this. Okay, so I still want to get rid of all my BTC. So the reason why I do want to get rid of BTC, because this is my trading platform. So I have there's something, if you become a trader or an investor, you're going to set up what we call disciplines. It's going to be how you are going to approach the market, right? So I have disciplines that I set up. These are things I just had to decide upon. Okay, how am I going to use this particular account? Now I have three other crypto accounts, but this is my trading account. So I had to set up a discipline. And so when I approach this thing, I need to get into that mindset of, okay, here's what this account is for. Here's how I'm going to approach the market as it relates to this account. And that's my discipline. And my discipline is really simple. I don't want to hold anything in this particular account. I want to trade in, get in something, get out, get in, get out, buy low, sell high, or sell high, buy low, whatever, and do it. Just keep repeating it, right? So right now, if the market is down 3%, it presents an opportunity, quite possibly, for me to buy low. And so I have some BTC that I can exchange for lower currencies. And so what I'm going to look for right now, I'm going to look for anything that's paired with the BTC or Bitcoin that's over 5%. That's been over 5% drop in the past 24 hours. That has enough volume for me to execute an order. So Bitcoin Cash, but that's only got 5,000 orders over the past 24 hours. That may be worth me looking into. I'm gonna write this one down. I'm gonna write down all my little ticker symbols here in my little notebook, because each and every day I can come back and I can kind of go through this and say, okay, what was I looking at on that particular day? So I do have a trading journal, right? Everybody put down a journal. I do have a trading journal, right? So I can keep up. So I can go back and say, that way I'll get more proficient. What was I looking at that day? Why? Stuff like that. So we see a mixed results here. We see, Maker's up 1% compared to the BTC. Rep is up, ZRX is up, Algo's up compared to BTC. I'm not looking for anything that's up. I'm looking for stuff that's down, because I still want to sell my BTC for an asset that's less expensive. CGLD is a good candidate. That looks like where that's going to go. CGLD is a good candidate. Now, what I found out about CGLD, which is CeeLo, it normally moves in contrast to everything else. Uni's up 10% compared to BTC. So CGLD or CeeLo is a good candidate here. It's got enough volume for me to execute a trade. It's a good percentage difference between where Bitcoin is and CeeLo. So I'm actually going to go all in with whatever I got left here of Bitcoin, so I can try to get rid of it. So I do as I did yesterday. I start by looking at a 1-minute candle. We see that there's gaps where no trading is taking place, but we do see here down at the 0.00094 area, there's a good little area of support where I might be able to scalp something there. We see the same thing here as we go further out. We see here that it held at 0.0094, 0.00094 is what I'm just going to say 94. We see it hitting we see here that it not only did it hit 0.0094, but we saw here on a longer term candles that we came down to 0.00925. So we see that over the past, now we're looking at a couple of days, which I'm not really interested in, but we see this space here between 9.3 and 9.4, right? 9.3 and 9.4, which seems to be a good place to try and set something up to acquire this thing at around that price. Right now, it's trading at 0.00095 BTC. So I found a space that I want to be able to kind of try to grab this thing. I think I want to go to, I haven't found it yet. I have an area right now where I think I want to try and set this order up. Can you please tell me your predictions Hey, what's going on, Nicola? My trading journal. What's going on? I'm on Bitcoin and Ethereum for long term, but majority is in Ethereum. I size it when it dips. However, I'm 80% stock market, 20% crypto. Okay. So hold on. Let me get to y'all question or y'all statements here. 1 second. So somebody said, and I think that's somebody on the BBC. I think. I don't even know where I'm streaming this to. Okay, this is the BBC. Okay, 1 second. And Nicola, 1 second. Oh, this Constance. Oh, what's up, Constance? What's up? What's up? Kai, look at that. Kai's in the house too. What's going on? Constance in the house. All right, 1 second. Let me do this. And 9-4. All right. So Constance says that I'm in Bitcoin and Ethereum for long term, but majority is in Ethereum. I size it when it dips. However, I'm 80% stock market, 20% crypto. Okay. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two most important coins right now in crypto. Just because obviously they have the long, Bitcoin is the dominant coin, it's the most important coin for it's like the gold standard of cryptocurrency. Ethereum because of the smart contracts, and these are the two networks that most of the other coins are built on top of. So yeah, long term, I can see that. Being kind of how you set that up, and it sounds like you more. This is interesting though, Constance, because you got a lot of different styles to you. You long-term investor, but then you seem to play options a little bit. So I imagine you're like me. You're like, hey, I got different accounts for different things, and depending on what that account is for, that's how I move and operate in the markets. Trading journal. I think a trading journal is real valuable, especially as a beginner, because you'll begin to learn about what you're looking at as you review your mindset during that, what you were looking as you review how you were approaching the market before. And then also you begin to pick up some trends. You'll start to see, okay, well, this is what was, these are the stocks, or these are the symbols or whatever that were of interest to me. And they kind of show up consistently. So then you'll just start to, you'll start to learn, like for example, she's saying Ethereum, she probably watches Ethereum all the time. That's her thing. That's her go-to. So she's familiar with how that thing moves. She's familiar with the patterns of Ethereum. So that's so a trading journal can help you to establish your patterns. We're not going to all be trading the same stuff. There's certain things that appeal to me that won't appeal to you, but the philosophy is what it's really all about. So Nicola, can you please my predictions? I don't do predictions, Nicola, because I'm a trader. So I'm not really here to talk about what I think the future is of any particular crypto, because I don't care. As an investor or a holder, that's important to me. But as a trader, I don't care, because I'm just what I'm looking at as far as trading crypto. Only thing I'm concerned about is volume, open interest or order history, and also momentum. So that's the only thing that's important to me as a trader. I don't really care about where it's headed and all that good stuff. Now I can give you give you something as it relates to looking at his chart. So I'll do that for you. Just let me put this order in first, and then I'll come to Ethereum, since we're talking Ethereum. And then what I also will do today on our crypto learning session, which we have around noon Eastern time or something like that. I haven't set it up yet. I'll cover Ethereum today, so maybe that'll be helpful for you and even for Constance. But I mean, I know Constance already got her thing together. So anyway, as far as my trade is concerned, I want to look in this 0.9493 area. I look at the depth chart here. I mean, I pretty much already know where I want to set my limit at, and I'm looking actually to buy. And I'm going to exchange my BTC out, my Bitcoin out for C-Gold, because I think CeeLo is going to give me a better chance for a quicker upswing, more so than Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's on a decline, and we'll take a look at both of those, Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So I want to come here. I'm. What did I say? Oh, I'm buying. I'm in the wrong side. I need to be in the green side. No wonder. All right, so I want to set my thing up about around 0.94. I'm looking for open interest. I see something a little bit more than I wanted to spend. I wanted to get into the 9.2 range, but I think this is where I need to go here. It's around, oh Lord, this thing moving fast. 943. So I'm gonna set it up for a limit. I'm going with the 9436994. I can't. This thing moving too fast. Oh Lord. Looks like it'll be about 9.463 or something like that. I can't even tell. It's moving too fast. My eyes don't move that fast. Okay, 9.47. I'm gonna max this thing out. As it relates to this, I just want to get all of my BTC out of here. I think Seagull gives me the best space right now. I'm gonna set up that limit order. So I just basically is setting this thing up to try to try to scalp at a support level that is showing me over the short term. Again, this is a 24-hour trade, so I'm not really concerned about long term, other than the possible upswing of this thing or the possible downswing. I don't think I have much downside pressure here, because we set up new support around 0.8. So if I do get this in and it still moves further into the negative, which I doubt, because we do have some support. We can tell this stuff too. Look at that. How am I at 0.9? Okay, this is wrong. This thing done changed already. Let me get out of that. Let me come over here. Let me do 0.466. All right. Because we have enough. This thing gonna keep changing anyway. We have enough. Look at these orders here. We have enough on the depth chart to actually cover a crash here. All these orders that are here have to be executed before the asset can even move lower. And typically, you have enough on the downside buy side, and we see that here around this area that I'm at, to actually hold up any downward pressure, unless something dramatic or something out of the ordinary kind of happens. So the reason why I like using trading on this side of the coin is because I can see everything. I can see right now all of the trades that are taking place here. And it's slow moving, so to speak, but I can see a lot of over to the right where we have trade history. I guess maybe if I highlight that, can y'all see that? Let me see if y'all can see that when I highlight that. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Okay, cool. I'll get to you in just a second, Nicola. Nicola, where are you at, Nicola? I want to say that sounds like a little bit of a Russian name, but I don't want to Czech name or something like that. Tell me give me an idea what country you're from, brother or sister. I think it's a brother. I think you're a man. But anyway, over here, trade history, I can see all of the executed trades. This is history. This is what has happened. So there's been a lot of selling, right? A lot of selling. So that's giving me the indication that it will kind of probably move down a little bit more. But eventually we'll start to see more buying come in, right? And I tried to set my thing at a space where a lot of the open interest is for this particular asset. And that's kind of what I did there. So over to the left, we have our order book, so I can see where other people have set up orders. And I kind of try to get around the big boys or the big areas. And it was there when I set it up, but it keep moving. It keep moving because there's always orders that are being executed. So and then so for those so you asked about Ethereum. Serbia, okay, studying in New York, fantastic. You asked about Ethereum. I'm assuming that you own Ethereum. If so, do you know around when you purchased Ethereum? And let me see here what you're saying here, Nicola. I'm not your citizen, but so I'm not investing in stocks. Well, you don't have to be I've learned you don't have to be a citizen, but okay, but crypto is a good space, and I'm actually going to be doing a teaching on that for my brothers and sisters that are abroad. Talking about investing in stocks and also in crypto, so that's good. And I love that crypto gives us this space where we can all invest or exchange together without having to worry about country. So I'm loving this international phenomenon that we get. But I started investing in crypto 3 weeks ago and made a good amount of money. Now I have $1,500, but 95% of it is in Ethereum. Should I change it? Oh, okay. So let's take a look at Ethereum for you. I appreciate the question. We come over here first. I'll look at Ethereum. We'll look at Ethereum on both platforms. Obviously, again, the market is down. So we have I'm gonna go back to my trading platform. It's gonna be the same thing, but you can see it better over here. There's a couple things that are happening, right? So Ethereum here down over the past hour, down 1.73%, down 3.8, almost 4% over the past 24 hours, down 6% over the past week, up 96% over the past month, and then obviously up 618% over the past year. So I like this month chart, and I'll go back to my to trading platform in just a second. And we also see here that there's as of 3:43, which is an hour ago, on this particular exchange, we're looking at 69% buy activity for Ethereum. Now, the cool thing about a trading platform, which many people don't have, they normally have like just what we just looked at. Again, is I don't have to guess too much. I can look and see based upon orders and momentum and volume. So right now, I'm gonna come back and do the same thing. So over the past day, Ethereum has dipped down to about 1255, recovered over the past 2 days. We see the decline in Ethereum. So right now, Ethereum is on the decline. We can see this short term. It's really on the decline. Although over the past 5 or past hour, it's rebounded a little bit. It's still really declining. So it's probably going to have another wave of decline. Look at 15 minutes. We see here, though, that we start to set up this support level for Ethereum at about 1250, saying that, hey, it's probably not going to drop any further past 1250 based upon the chart. But we still have to look at, orders that are yet to be executed to see where they're going to push the particular asset. We see the same thing as we go further out. Now we're looking at almost like a week. And we see the same area, about 1250, is where it's probably a good entry point for Ethereum. So right now, if you have some coin, you might want to be picking up a little bit more Ethereum because we're starting to see a support level set up here, right? So although when we start looking short term, it's on the decline. And this is the thing, it's testing support right now. So when we start looking at the books, we can see if it's going to hold support. That's really what we're trying to see. Is it going to hold here at 1250? Is it going to bounce back, or is there enough pressure, downward pressure on Ethereum to actually push it down? So I haven't looked at that yet, but I'm just giving you a heads up there. As we go further out into our history, now we're looking at about a month roughly, and we see really, if we look at this month chart, we see it's a slow uptrend, almost sideways consolidation. But what I'm looking at here is this top portion here. I see a high. If we look at these roller coasters or these hills, we see a hill here, then we come down here to our low at about 895. This thing runs all the way up past the previous high to 1436. Then it starts to single down here to this low, but this low is higher than the previous low. So that's what we consider to be a higher high, higher low. Runs right back up, passes the previous high, right? Test over here at about 1475. That represents another higher high. And I believe we're going to be here at about 1250 here. That's going to represent a higher low. So long term on this chart, we see that Ethereum is actually trending up. So although when we're looking at short term, again, if you're a short term trader, I'm looking at the short term, but I can also look at it from a long term perspective, saying, hey, man, if I get this thing about 1250, then I'm anticipating a rebound, and I'm also anticipating a run up past its previous high, which now puts us at around $1,500 before it may retract again, unless we have some unforeseen type news or something like that, right? That's the part we can't predict. But overall, Ethereum is still moving up. It's still moving high. It may start to slow down as far as its upward momentum or upward progress, but you're still a quality space to enter. Other than some dynamics that we can't control, somebody talking or some contract being led or something going wrong or whatever the case may be. But this thing is still moving up. Still moving up. So, for me as a long-term investor, I would, if I was trying to enter this again, I wouldn't have a problem, acquiring some at about the 1250 mark. You bought it at 1115. Yeah, you bought 1115. It's probably still moving up. So keep holding. Like again, so the things that I hold, guys, are Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. Whenever I acquire them, I hold them. I also hold some other coins which actually pay me interest to hold them. So those are the three main coins that I'll hold in my other accounts. And then I have coins or tokens or whatever you want to call them that I will hold because they're paying me to hold them, almost like dividends. Other than that, everything else I trade for right now. So if I could get Ethereum at 1250 or less right now, I'd feel comfortable doing that with the anticipation that it is still on the rise. Okay. So hopefully that helped to whoever that is for. Yep. All right. Fantastic. All right, so let me get back to doing a little bit of my trading here. So I canceled that stuff out, and I think I should be good. Okay, yeah, I put my order in to transfer out of my Bitcoin. So now I'm gonna do one other thing. I'm gonna come over here to my USD chart pairs. And first, I'm going to see if I'm going to look for something other than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, because it's my trading platform, and Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Cash. I'm looking for anything other than that. That represents. I'm going to look for something that represents more than 5% drop with the remaining cash that I have available here which is. Oh, I got to go over there. Let's go over here. Which is about $600 that I have left to put orders out. So I'm going to see if I can find somewhere that I want to put an order out. So I'm on the USD pair. So these are things paired with the USD. I got Bancor, which looks like it's down 5%. And it also gives me enough volume that I'm comfortable with. I have Balancer, but I don't like the slow. That's not enough volume for me. That's down 5.57%. So same thing. CeeLo is down 7%. So that looks like a great space for me to consider. This CeeLo, it looks like it's the winner chicken dinner for today. So what I'm going to do, I already put an order out for CeeLo from my Bitcoin, so I'm not going to double order. But I will take a look at it from the USD standpoint, and it looks here. I'm gonna stay away from that for right now. Because it represented, I already got my Bitcoin going to transfer to it. So I may look at Bancor maybe. And let me see if there's anything else so Seagull represents the best opportunity right now. Everything else is getting close, but nothing is showing. We got OXT maybe. Let's see what this chart is telling me. So let's look at Bancor, see if it's something I want to do. So I am. So the thing about this. So now I'm looking at Bancor. I'm seeing this. We ran all the way up to 240, but then now since that 240, it's been on a decline, long-term decline since 125, which is only 3 days, right? Or 4 days or something like that. Let me go out a little bit further. Because it looks like it's already broken this resistance here. So where is this thing going? Yeah, I'm going to stay away from Bancor right now because, again, I look like we probably are still headed further down. I don't see any. I'm gonna be looking for this to bounce off and start shooting back up, but I don't see that. I don't see that right now. I see 3 waves of 2 waves of decline since its all-time highs in the most recent history, and then if we go further out, obviously this thing started on the December 14th. It's looks like it's kind of settling down probably to a state. I'm not interested in this right now. So I'll wait on that. See what it does. I'll come over here to OXT, see if we see anything, nice. Again, we're looking at a short-term decline here for OXT. I see that. This thing, where is this thing going? We don't know. We see here 225 being pretty much over the past month. It's its lowest point, but we don't see a support level that's been established. So this one may be a little bit hard to trade to. So I don't think I'm gonna be setting anything up this morning because I don't see a chart that I'm comfortable making a play on. Oh, we got a Misigo. I like a Misigo. Okay, we got some stuff that's moving. So so now that the market is kind of getting into my wheelhouse, let's see here. Misigo again, short-term decline here. Setting up here, maybe at about the $3 range, we can maybe pick something off. I already have a Misigo though. I want to actually look to sell a Misigo, so I'm not going to do that. Balance. I don't like balance. Everything else is up though. So what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm actually gonna hold off. I don't see a chart that I feel comfortable trading on. Did I already looked at OXT? That's what I just looked at. So I'm going to actually wait. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to come over here and I'm gonna convert my dollars that I had to USDC coin. That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my move for the day. This is a coin that I can actually earn interest on by just holding it. 0.0015 interest, but I could sit there while I try to figure out what I'm gonna do or what's gonna be my next move. I got a couple orders that are out that I still haven't executed yet, so I can wait on those. And I don't see where I put an order to sell the O, so I can do that. So what was it? So Misigo is right here. I got 81 of those coins. So let me see if I can figure out where I want to try. About $4. About $4 or so. I'm gonna try to put an order out to sell it. It's probably not gonna execute anytime soon, but at least I can put it out. I'm gonna be up here in this $4.50 range. That's what I'm looking at, trying to see where's the real interest at, and it looks like at about $4.45. I should be good. So I'm actually going to place a sell order for all of my Misigo at that $4.50, $4.45. I want to get that out there because it's just sitting there. I don't want nothing sitting. So at any rate, that seems to be what I'm doing today. That seems to be what I'm doing today. So, all right, Nicola, I know the topic is crypto, but I would like to ask if you think I should even do it. I make a lot of money as an 18-year-old doing real estate in Serbia and e-commerce. I make a lot. What's your question? But I would like to ask if you think I should even what if you should do what? Are you asking me if you should do real estate and e-commerce? Is that the question? I think you're asking me that. So my answer would be, yeah, do it all. Don't do it all at the same time though. So if you're doing crypto or you're investing in crypto or you're whatever, and you're looking to increase your capital using crypto, and then you want to take that crypto and then acquire real estate. Oh, should you do crypto? If you like. I don't see why you wouldn't. The whole part about building wealth, Nicole, is to have a portfolio. So I would say that based upon the three things that you're doing, crypto would probably be the riskiest. So if it is the riskiest of the things that you're doing, then you want to, you don't want to risk, you want to limit your capital that you risk. So, you're doing real estate, you're doing e-commerce. If you're taking some of those profits and putting a little bit into the crypto space, and then you're learning that to have that grow, this is only going to make you wealthier over time. So yeah, do it all. Don't limit yourself. Just don't risk it all in one particular place. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. But crypto is a very viable space for you to learn, to try and grow your capital. But this will be after you've done some real estate transactions, after you've sold some stuff via e-commerce or whatever it is that you do there. And then this will be your play money. And that play money could turn out to be something very well. So I would ask you, Nicole, to probably take some time to look at these different areas and then space it out. So when I say space it out, put a percentage around it, right? So let's just say, that's 3 things. You may do something else. Right. That's right. That's where you got me, right? You already got me. You're already ahead of me. You're at 5 to 10% in crypto. That's not going to be a big hit. If you should lose 5%, you still got 95%. If something should go wrong, you're still doing well. So that's a good number right there for what we're talking about, a 5% risk, right? But obviously it can turn into some very lucrative things. And then the thing is, the cool thing about this space is that 5% that you have, that's only your initial capital, right? That's your seed money. Well, if that thing grows and you just reinvest or you take that growth and then you just reinvest it back into crypto, you still have only really risked 5% of your capital. I mean, that's a good trade-off, for me to quite possibly risk 5% of my capital. It grows, doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever it's going to do, but yet I've only risked 5%. Let's just say it doubles. Well, then you could take, the half that doubled out, and now you have no risk at all because you're now just playing with house money. And that's where I want people to understand they can get to. They can get to a place where they're playing with house money. You've extracted back your principal, so now that's safe. And you put that, you go do something else with that, or you put it in your savings account or whatever. And then now you're in the market playing with house money. That's a great place to be. That makes sense? That's a great place to be. All right. So that's all I got for today, guys. It's not a lot of trading I'm doing today. I set things up. If things execute, they do. Some days it's going to be a lot more trading than others. But yeah, so I'll be back at 7 a.m. in about 7:45, about 3 hours from now for our book club session. And then we'll set up a session for to go over Ethereum today. We'll talk about Ethereum today for our crypto learning session, which will be around noon or so this afternoon. So again, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.